Good morning and namaskaram, everybody. Before I get into the topic, I want to make two statements. One, it's good to meet like this, but I'm not sure for how long we'll be able to meet like this. The second is that most probably this year, on 15th of August, we might have the tricolor hoisted on the Red Fort. I'm not sure about the next year. I say this with utmost responsibility, not to scare you, but just to attract your attention to the impending danger. Now, how does the economy look like? Before I go into the details, I want to make an appeal to you. If we have to understand our economy from a larger global perspective, I have to give you some hard data. Now, what happens with data is that once you start hearing data, usually we switch off. I would urge you to please stay with me, bear with the data, because it's important. Now, let me begin. I won't dump a lot of data on you. I'll try to be as economical with data as possible. But certain essential things are inescapable. The first thing I want to draw your attention to is the inequality. I'm sure you must have heard about it, but let me remind you and bring certain figures to your attention. In India today, just 1% of the top people hold about 40% of the national wealth. And when you look at the income, 58%, I'm sorry, but please stay with these figures. 58% of the national wealth is owned by just 10% of our country. And bottom 15%, bottom 50%, 50% possess only 50%, 15%, 50% possesses only 15% of the national wealth. Look at this. We are the fourth largest economy. That's what the government tells us. It used to be fifth largest economy. Now the projections are that not only did we overtake the United Kingdom, but we probably also have overtaken the Japanese economy. That's what we are told. But as most of you know, GDP is a very misleading construct. For instance, if only myself and Franco are in an economy. And the economy's GDP is 100 rupees. Imagine. Our per capita income would be 50 rupees. But the reality can be Franco earns 99 rupees and I earn only 1 rupee. But the per capita income is calculated as an average where it is 50 rupees. But in reality, it is not. So, therefore, keep that in mind. Then you have to peel back the layers of the GDP and the per capita income of our country. The government tells us that our per capita income is about 2,878 US dollars. Let's say $3,000. If you take away 10%, which we talked about, they own 58% of the national income. And just take the 90% who own only about 42%, the rest 42%. Please stay with the figures. It's important. Then the GDP comes to, the per capita income comes to not 3,000 odd, it comes to 1,300. That is the per capita income. Again, as I said, it's just an average. If you take 1,300 as the per capita GDP, what do we compare with? Whom do we compare with? We compare with Sub-Saharan Africa, which is one of the poorest areas in the world. And we compare badly. Sub-Saharan African per capita GDP is 1,600 odd dollars. Now, if you take the 90% that we talked about now in India, that comes to only $1,300. So, the reality behind the GDP and the per capita GDP and the fourth largest economy is this. Keep that in mind. I don't want to intimidate you with too much of data, but please bear. And if you want me to repeat any data point, I'll do that. Please raise your hand. This is about the inequality. Then let's come to what are we contributing to the world. If there are 100 illiterates in the world, we contribute 23. 23 of the 100 illiterates in the world live in India. If there are 100 anemic women in the world, 35 of them live in India. There are 1.1 billion poor people in India. Say 1 billion. That is 100 crores. 23 crores live in India. 23 crores live in India out of 100 crores. And who are our company? Our company in this category are Pakistan, Ethiopia, and Nigeria. And Pakistan is next to us. So if somebody tells you go to Pakistan, it's no better. We are worse. Maybe a bit better. If you look at the most 10 polluted cities in the world, most 10 polluted cities in the world, nine are in India. Okay, leave 10, let's go to 30. If you select the most polluted 30 cities in the world, 17 are in India. Let's go to 50 and see out of most polluted 50 cities in India, 42 are in the world, 42 are in India. Out of 50 most polluted, 42 are in India. If you go to the most polluted 100 cities in the world, 100 out of 100, 83 are in India. This is our contribution. Well, this is very discouraging, isn't it? We are with 2026. In 1927, some of us remember, there was a Western author called Catherine Mayo. Catherine Mayo in 1927 wrote a book, Mother India. Gandhiji called that book as a drain inspector's report. Because he said that everything that is bad about India she has written, and she was very harsh. And Gandhiji's response was a nationalist response at that time because we were a colonized country. And he thought that she was trying to make a point that India was not ready for self-rule. That is why he reacted that way. But today we are in self-rule. So this is something that we need to keep in mind. And what is our manufacturing? China's global share of manufacturing is about 27%. United States is about 17%. India is roughly about 3%. We have in this country globally, insofar as industrial productivity is concerned, the worker productivity, we rank 133. Agriculture productivity, we are a rice producing country and a wheat producing country. Of course, we produce a lot of rice and a lot of wheat. But in terms of productivity, we are 52nd in rice and 38th in wheat. So, which means that there are 51 countries which are more productive in rice in the world, and there are 37 countries which are more productive in rice in the world. We have, I talked about the anemic women earlier. Let's come to children. We have the second highest child wasting globally at 18%. Second highest in the world of child wasting. Child stunting is unbelievably high. It is 33%. This is our future. Child wasting is, we are second highest in the world. It is 18.7%, 19%. Malika, you asked, but listen to me. Child wasting is second highest in India globally. We are the second highest, and the rate is about 19%. 19. Child stunting is about 33%. 33 of every 100 children are stunted because of malnutrition. And we are the second largest contributor to maternal mortality at birth today. Of course, we are told that we are the fourth largest economy. Till about a few months ago, we were the fifth largest economy. And whom did we overtake? We overtook the United Kingdom and became the fifth largest. We are arguably now the fourth largest, overtaking the Japanese economy. Now, we all know that United Kingdom and Japan are developed countries. So what happens if a country overtakes a developed country? It has to be in developed country, isn't it? Obviously. But the Prime Minister of India says that we will be a developed country in 2047. I'm not able to square this actually. My training has not equipped me to square this. Very well. And the fourth largest economy also has about 80 crore people on a free ration by the government of food grains. That again is very unique. Okay, let's quickly take a look at what happened in Germany when it became the fourth largest or fifth largest, and what happened in Japan in the 60s when it became the fourth largest. What was their global presence? Germany had several world-class brands which extended throughout the globe. I mean, you can easily identify names like Mercedes-Benz, Volkswagen, Siemens, BASF. These are the Bosch. And then their banking system, Deutsche Bank, Commerzbank, Dresdner Bank, etc. Japan, when it became, or in the run-up to its becoming the fifth largest, fourth largest, it dominated the automobile market, electronics market, etc. Globally. The names of Sony, Toyota, etc., Nikon are very familiar to all of us. Now, people are trying to find the fourth largest economy's global presence. They have not succeeded yet. China, which is the second largest, already has about 16 Fortune 500 companies. If you want to look at that as a marker, and that is a marker now, there's a huge consensus about it. 16, 1 6. Now we have only one company which intermittently figures on this list, that is Reliance at 84th place. That is because we are pretty low in investing in the R&D, and most of the money that we say that we are investing in research and development R&D is largely goes into a lion's share goes into defense, and in defense also it is not so much of research but mostly development. They have to make a distinction between research and development. Please don't put both these things under research and development. We are spending a lot of money. No. And okay, even if you take R&D as a generic thing, Japan spends about 3.4% of its GDP on R&D. South Korea spends about 4.6% on GDP. China spends 2.5%. Germany spends 3.13%. Don't get intimidated by this data, but large chunks of money. India spends 0.7%. Well, I don't want to dump too much data onto you, but then let me bring one last data point and then go to a few general remarks in about 2 or 3 minutes. Fourth largest economy. Then we already talked about the not very accurate metric of per capita income GDP. Still, let's look at that also. United States, which is number 1 in the world, its per capita GDP is nearly $90,000, 90. China is about 14,000 US dollars. Japan, whom we have overtaken, is 42,000 US dollars per capita income. India is about $2,900. What does it show? This is where we need to connect the economic reality to the political reality. There's a lot of inequality we talked about. So the point that has been in my mind for some time is that a society which is tolerant of economic inequality is more likely to be tolerant of social and political inequality. And conversely, a society which is more tolerant of social, political, religious inequality is likely to be more tolerant of economic inequality. Please keep this in mind. So we have to fight a twin malice of economic inequality and political inequality, which we see. And these two may not cause each other. I do not know, we can explore, but they definitely reinforce each other. I'll tell you how. Another 30 seconds. There is a lot of inequality in the country. Reports, Oxfam report has come out, and World Inequality Lab, Thomas Piketty, their reports have come out, and many other reports have come out about labor productivity, labor participation ratio, one of the lowest labor participation ratio, especially, just 30 seconds, please don't mind. When this debate was going on, one of the key economic think tank persons for India, for this regime, Professor Panagaria. He was our Niti Ayog's founding vice chairman. Now he is Finance Commission chairman. He wrote a very clear piece in the Times of India about 1.5 years ago. The title of that, please mark this, the title of that article was "Don't Lose Sleep Over Inequality." Don't lose sleep over inequality. It is good. Yeah, it is good. Because if there are wealth creators, they create wealth, and if not today, tomorrow, if not tomorrow, day after, if not day after 1 year, if not after 1 year, after 2 years, if not after 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, down the line, you will also get something out of it. That is called the trickle-down theory. But in reality, what is happening is, instead of trickle down, it is trickling up. Thank you.